Namaste, I am Mayuri and I am from India, and I have a very special dear friend, master, Maya Mandala here. To say the very least, she is an international spiritual teacher holding the space, teaching many women and men alike for many years. And she is like a sister, like a mother to me. And I have this privilege of sharing my journey with this beautiful practice called Mandala. And I would be sharing my experience.
Yes.
And I would love to ask many questions about the practice, about your journey. And thank you for giving your time. So to begin with, Maishka, you already know about this, but I come from a culture of India.
Yes, I know.
Which is, how do I say, always giving different kinds of practices, especially in terms of dance. And I was trained in Bharatanatyam since my childhood, and then into another practice called Kathak. Personally, I was also in many spiritual practices of mantras, work with many meal masters in terms of energy work, in terms of healing practices. But when I saw you, there was some kind of initiation, some kind of a spark of familiarity, of identity, which drew me in. And I began my journey initially with this, okay, what can it bring? Because I was very new to this, I loved you from the very beginning, and I entered into Dakini practice with you. And after that, I never looked back, because then I did my mandala and mandala level practice too, which has brought so much of light into my life. Before I start talking in detail about my practice, my sharing, I would like to ask you, how did you come up with this such a beautiful practice? Can you talk about your journey?
Yes. Yeah, it's my journey. It's happened like already 15 years on the spiritual journey. So and I met many masters, and I met like the main masters, like which my soul have strong connection, and it's still like the main lineage, like Dzogchen lineage. From Buddhism, my master Namkhai Norbu, and I've been with other masters, like which Sufi tradition, Sufi lineage, Zahira. So and I've been in that journey. It's like to discover the real nature and the way to come back to yourself, to recognize your real nature inside yourself. And I love so much dance and the same Sufi tradition, like the way to come back to the divine, to come back to the like God space through the dance, through the poetry, through the songs, and so that part it's bringing me to the space how to be in the ecstasy with this nature, not only present, not only like understanding, being, but how to be in the ecstasy. So, and the Sufi lineage give me so much inspiration. It's about life and about love and about to be in the body. So and I have many amazing experience, like ecstatic experience, ecstasy experience through the Sufi dance, through the Sufi journey. So and after I start to looking through the many different dance, and I love so much dance, and I went to modern, contemporary, contact improvisation, African dance, like a little bit belly dance, tango, flamenco. So it was huge experience because I love so much like different tastes of dance, different taste of colors of life. It's like, and and when I went to that space of dance, it's usually, of course, and about like how to feel into the different levels of your being, of your nature. And at the same time, I didn't find, what is can be bring dance like in the Sufi, like the praying way.
Right.
And at the same time dance like how you express, how you have form, how you have shape, because in the Sufi like just one shape you whirl in and but in the different kind of form, it's sometimes I was missing about that mystical part, like more ecstasy part of this universal, because there you can feel many feelings and freedom and experience, like how to have different inspiration of life, but at the same time how to go through the dance, like beyond dance, it's like not only dance but beyond dance, like in the Sufi experience, when I like have this experience, like I'm beyond, I'm everything, I'm like bonus, yeah. And after I'm start to searching, especially to the female lineage, like what is mean male, what is mean female, and I've been in many Tantra workshops, and I discovered like wow, it's we are so different. Because like when I discovered for the Sufi experience, like you're not woman, you're not man. But and I start to like going through the Tantra experience, like yeah, we are different actually. We have different nature and different experience, how to feel, how to feel body, and the body work in different way. So, and after I start to searching more like how to go this female part, like and searching through the dance, like how to move to inside my body and feeling sacred, inside like temple. And I look into different dance, like to try to find this mystical way of temple dance, and I couldn't find actually that time. And I start to searching like more through the meditation, asking universal, please show me the way, show me the knowledge, show the wisdom, like how to find the special wisdom for woman, for activate your woman body. It's like how it's working more deeply way. It's not like just like outside, but how it's working really inside these sacred organs, like womb, and where it's coming birth, where it's coming like woman give birth, and and I start looking for the rhythm, how it's body connect with nature, how it's the similar things, like recognizing how it's like all the rhythms together. So and after I start to meditate, and my intuition, my voice inside saying like you need to dance, you need to search into the dance. And every morning I wake up and put beautiful skirt and jewelry, and I'm stayed and I'm listen energy and I listen body, because one of the practice from the Sufi master Zahira, she give latihan, and latihan, when you listen how the energy, universal energy, moving your body. And like you give your present, your like attention, how to moving to that energy, like the energy lead you, not your mind, not your thoughts, like you not control, but you trust, you like really give yourself. So, and that time I'm like really using this practice, like, you know, this experience of Lachihan, and that attention, like how to find the wisdom for the woman through the dance or through the something, you know. So, and I'm dancing and I'm listening, and after that moment bring me like something more deeper way. It's like more deeper space of my soul, of my spirit, and actually I have so much memory from the child time, from the different lives, reincarnation.
Wow.
So and that time I'm going to, you know, to connect with that part of the experience of the soul, where I'm being with the temple dance, where I'm being in this experience and this practice, and why my soul like searching for that, because I couldn't find here, but my soul no, I have the memory of that. So, and after through the meditation, I'm going that part of the memory, and that memory starts to coming up. It's not, you know, like this.
Yeah.
It took about 1 year of experience, of practice, and how to give transmission, how to teach a woman. So when I have experience, like first time to give this practice for the woman, it's like they have so strong experience and so strong inspiration and healing, and, you know, huge journey to real nature. And after I start to give classes in Goa, it's like 5 times of the week, and more 1 year I just giving classes and experience like how women take it, how it's working with women, and how they understanding. Because from the beginning, when I start to give what I'm open memory, it's like for everybody is like too much, very strong. And I'm understanding, need to create more other different meditation practice, like to understand it more different levels, like what need to be healing, what need to be changing, what need to be connect. And because when you go in directly to that practice, it's this practice bringing, you know, up everything. It's like what you keeping inside, what you which sickness you have, you know, from different levels of your soul, body, memory, like energy. So it's cleaning and healing, but it can be concentrated. So, and after I understand, okay, need to give different levels and need to teach slowly.
Yes,
and and after I'm recognizing, you know, it's like how many women not in body at all, and like we living now in that time, it's like women disconnect, you know, totally from body, from your womb, from your nature, from your rhythm. And the first one need to bring present, you need to bring consciousness inside the body. And cleaning many, you know, programs, many stories, like to be in the body. So it's start to making huge journey to teach, to healing, to give transmission, to give knowledge, and to give mandala. So from that time already teaching about 10 or 11 years.
Phenomenal. Wow.
Well, and about 80 countries, cities from the Russia and different like places. Now women practice mandala.
Wow, that's
So
crazy numbers.
yes, and it's
Wow.
rising so strong, and like in that time I'm just giving workshops and teaching, and now it's like many women give classes, give this practice, and still study, still growing, and now it's like 3 levels, and 3 levels other practice which help, and to understand, which help like to grow and to rise, and it's like many levels, many conditions. So and I'm happy because this practice helps so much for women, for different women. It's like to come back to themselves,
Yes.
to be happy, to be healthy, and to live in the body. It's like, because if you not live in the body, it's like we're missing our life. If we live on the mind, on the thoughts, on the past or future, we're missing all taste of life. It's like, and if woman not feel this, she can't really give birth for the baby and teach simple things, how to feel, how to live, how to love, how to live in all the rhythms on the planet, which needed to understand, like simple things, but become these simple things become difficult things for us. So, and I'm really happy I'm part of that story to bring women to come back to themselves, to come back to the nature, and to come back to the wisdom, like where they're coming from and what the roots, and how to be healthy and how to be happy and how to live in all cycle of life, birth and death, because it's every time cycle happen, and or we're afraid life or we're afraid death.
Right.
But if you not accept all these rhythms, it's not possible to be alive, not possible to be fresh, not possible to open, because we have experience and we need to give back. We have experience, we need to grow, we need to study, but not keep anything. Just like breath of the life.
Yeah.
and this dance, it's really bringing women to them something more deeper space. It's and this is like temple dance, and like your way to pray to divine inside yourself and divine outside, and feel this taste, feel this life, and feel all the nature. It's like you are nature, like, and life is nature, and be one, to be happy and in the planet. Otherwise it will be so sad, like where humanity going. So
I would like to add to that because in India I spent many years in many practices, and there is a form of temple dancing even in the tradition. Say in Bharatanatyam or Kathak, we use the same line, we use the body lines. So I had an understanding of that mystical part, but more intuitively. But what I observed, and I still observe, is that the lineage is very strong. Like it's the disciplinary teacher-student connection. They pass the cultural aspect of the dance, like the tool of the dance. But for me personally, what was the drastic difference between the other tradition of temple dance and when I hit upon Mandala dance was the mystical aspect of it. The importance that was given to the breathing, to the structural alignment. Even when I'm talking, I'm getting goosebumps about it. But it's such a delight actually to experience this live in the body. And how do you see this? Like, what has been the kind of feedback, or other people who have come from different traditions? What do they experience as a combination when they move their body, when they're in meditation. And I would like to talk more about the different kinds of meditation you lead, because they're very special, very different. But before that, I would like to ask this question to you, that how does this structural alignment feel for women to feel especially in woman's body, at the same time not making a story that, like, you know, oh, I'm a woman, I'm different, not that story. How does this feel? How does this come to you?
You know, the mandala have the sacred system, and the mandala of the body, and the mandala of all planet elements, and they're like a little bit similar, like flower of life, you know, of the structure. It's like, but the structure through the 8, through the circle, through the spiral, like which the basic principle of the energy. It's like how moving energy, how moving kundalini. Yeah, it's like so. When we go into that structure, it's one way. It's keeping the line. You know, it's like divine male. Yeah, and the same time through the 8 female. It's like there are 2 principles, female and male. But of course it's more easy for women moving through the 8, through the circle, and at the same time they have 2 lineage, for the men mandala and for the woman. So, and the women start from the earth when we start to dance 8 and like all kind of different shape, yeah. But the men start from the sky, and like, you know, the when we're moving down, like we're moving up and the men moving down. And we're meeting every time in the heart.
Wow.
So this is full of mandala. So it's like not so much men being on the practice, and maybe it's not time, I don't know. So I hope maybe it's one day it's happen. We can dance full mandala together, like yin and yang. So, but they're all principle, like female and male, inside the mandala. And we dance in all elements of the planet, you know, and the system. So it's not about tradition, it's not about where you're coming from, and basic principle of the life, basic principle of elements, so, and basic principle of the energy, how it's moving energy, not straight, but through the 8, through the waves. You know, it's like when you see everything, it's like DNA, it's moving the same principle. And at the same time, it's like we're moving this DNA inside through the dance. So, and of course, the principle, like of the structure of the mandala, every time to be balanced, like up and down. Yeah, we connect earth and sky. We connect left and right. We connect in front and back. You know, like everything to one, everything to one. And the same principle, like to bring in all different parts of our nature to become one. You know, it's like male and female, earth and sky, you know. It's like, so this is the principle of the mandala. It's like to bring in all elements, to bring in all part of ourselves to one.
Wow. So yeah, structurally, I mean, I would like to share my experience. I think I have mentioned it briefly before. When I started doing the mandala practice per se, I felt obviously some energy moving up, some memories coming back, but it wasn't very intense. It happened to me at the level 2 practice, along with meditation and the discipline of the structure, you know, which is also very important. That my energy started moving in a very different way, which I could perceive internally, which is when I started understanding, the beginning of the understanding dawned on to me that this is not just a dance. It is actually a dance of life. It is the dance of energies. and so many other aspects. For example, I do now mantra sound yoga. For me, I got literally the transmission of mantras during this practice, and that's the beauty of this practice when I received it from you, that it's not about just making a big deal about any tradition or any particular practice. What I really appreciate in your teachings, in your transmissions, is that unification, which is what is missing in today's day and age, I feel. Everybody wants to find something or the other and latch onto it. And I learned to understand, appreciate everything as a part of one. And that has been very, very fundamentally energizing. And I owe the entire practice that I do and follow to this practice. So can you talk about a little about unification of different principles you have put together in Mandala itself, and how have people been able to get what part of it are they able to understand and appreciate and take over? Because it must be difficult for you, as you said earlier, so much to give in a way people can take and different levels. So if you can talk a little more about different levels and how has the receptivity been from women, is that possible?
It's not easy to speak about because of course I need to know, I need to understand and see which level the people, which level the women, what they understand and which experience they have, and like I need to read like intuition way, like which way I need to teach now. It's like because the wisdom and knowledge like beyond, you know, the stories. But I need to use language and I need to use special language for special people, you know, because all people have their own story and their own movie. It's like and we look into the, you know, some glasses and I need to see which kind of glasses the people use. So in that kind of, you know, shape, form to use, you know, because and of course, you know, the nationality have these special glasses. And you know, I don't will be speak about so much about it's for me it's more important how to use in wisdom and to bring in for everybody more easy way, and using intuition, using like other feelings, using experience from the practice, from the different way and from the different meeting with people, and understanding like which limitation of the mind people have.
Right.
Because we have so much limitation from the mind, from the belief system. So I need to understand like which way I can bring seed of life, seed of light, you know? It's like, okay, a little bit this, a little bit that. Of course, through the different practice which I'm using, and especially from the mandala, you know, because we're using body shape, and everybody, that doesn't matter which nationality, we have the same body. Two legs and hands and arms.
Thankfully,
yes, this is something basic, which we can start, you know. But the way, the form, like to bring transmission, to bring knowledge, of course I need to understand the ways it coming from people, like which limitation of the mind, which belief system. Of course, like I need to use especially.
But I always wonder, how do you do that? Because Maya's workshops are always full of people. Like, it's not like 10, 15, it's hundreds of people, hundreds of women taking part. And I can only begin to imagine the kind of belief system each person comes from. Different nationalities and different belief structures. But the transmission has to happen in the same space. I don't know, how do you do that? It's magic still to me. I really don't know how you do that.
I don't know. I just trust.
Yeah,
I trust to my wisdom, and I trust life, because I'm not by myself. Never. Like, I'm connected with the universal. I connect with wisdom, more bigger than me. More bigger than my experience. Like, I'm just connected, and this is I have this support, and I'm listen, and I'm trust, and I'm giving.
A little bit about my experience is that when I came to your workshop, I already had this idea, like, oh, I've done this, I come from India, from my childhood, I have all of this. It's all ego level. What more can it be? Like, it can be the same. And then I got hit, because so many different types of meditation and so deep, because I could really feel the energy transmission, not just words, but energy transmission. For the uninitiated, for people who don't know about it, I think it's important for them to know, how do you make this facet of meditation so important and so different at the same time in the practice of mandala? And what's your take on it?
Of course, it's helped me all my experience with different masters. It's like, and of course, I'm being in 14 years intensively. To that experience, and I've been in Osho lineage, and I've been Sufi lineage, Tantra lineage, Dzogchen lineage, and I studied different dance and therapy. And before, I'm working with massage and Reiki. So I work 14 years for massage and Reiki and individual therapy. So I have a lot of experience from different way, and the first time, the first space, I'm get this experience by myself, and I'm observing and I'm searching what is helped me to understand in different way, what is helped me to grow, what is helped me to understand from different parts of the wisdom. So I thinking it's help all this experience with masters, with them knowledge, to bring some kind of quintessence system, and to using different way of bringing practice. So it's all journey.
So it's not one or two, it's obviously all your journey, all your experiences combined, and which is why it's so powerful when people come lay down and they receive. It's like, wow, magic. How did that happen? So my next question is, it's not every day that somebody comes up with an invention or a new discovery of a new practice. With all due respect to your journey, I'm sure there are a lot of people who had different kinds of journey all their life, but it's not very common for them to find something to be able to give birth to another practice. It takes hundreds of years of acceptance to make one traditional practice come alive and thrive. And as I'm given to understand from you, it's just been 10 years and 70 cities and many countries across Russia, Europe, Asia. I mean, that's unbelievable. So my humble question to you is, how did you see this? Was it just a spiritual vision, or did you know that it's going to become a revolution? What was it? How did you come about founding something as amazing as this practice on your own? What were the challenges, what you faced, or what were the conditions in which it came about?
Somehow I have that feelings from the child time. and I felt like I will do something huge and there will be many people following me. I didn't know what exactly. And from the child time, 5 years old, I'm saying to my grandma and mom, it's like, I will be grow up, I will be healing you, I will be help you, and I will be traveling around the world, and I will be help people.
Wow, fantastic! So you knew about it.
So it's all plan of my soul. So and after when I start to searching to the wisdom of for the woman, I'm asking universal and I'm asking Goddess, please help me to bring this wisdom, to bring this knowledge, come back to the woman. Because I'm seeing like we are somehow lost.
Absolutely.
And we are disconnect with the roots, we connect something more deeper what we are. And I felt like something not right in the planet and something not right with us. And why from the the past, from the legacy, like from the history, we see in the man and woman and the god and goddess position. But now it's not that story anymore. It's like now we're going so much different way. And I'm asking, praying, like I really would love to bring the knowledge. Please help me to bring woman to the roots, to bring woman to the wisdom, something more deeper. Like not like woman, how we plan to be woman. It's so different now, and how we plan, with body, how like we plan sexuality, but like manipulate way. But it's not a real way. It's not the way of love. It's not way of to be in truth your wisdom. It's to be in the roots, to be in your power. Like really to be you are. So, and this is my my praying.
Wow, and we are so thankful for that prayer because we get to reap the benefits of that.
So it's like I'm felt like I want to be part of the history to bring back women and to bring back balance on the planet, to be happy and to be in reality and our nature. It's like not playing outside, to be with beauty, with all this sexuality, all this business story, but it's to come back. So this is the main point. What is really move me, what is really like saying, keep going, keep going, keep going. Because of course, like I'm been in many situations, like women don't understand what I'm speaking about. Oh, they scare, it's like, what is like, if I will be in my nature, I can change so much, I can change, behavior, I can change, this kind of strange game, I can change relationship, yes, because you need to change. Like, not play, to be woman, but feel yourself, feel your nature, feel your truth, feel your love, and express this to the life, Not go into the way of, suffer, drama, fighting story. It's like, it's not the way, but it's a comeback. And to feel your power, it's like, it's to be in that space yourself. Of course, because in society playing in all this kind of game. And like, wake up.
Yes, it's a beautiful call to wake up, actually. And I just go back to my memory lane, how I accepted it, because I worked in corporate world also for a very long time, and the outward expressions of being a woman and the linkage that we have to being a woman has undergone so much of a difference. So there are so many stories, drama stories, non-drama stories happening, but for me, what was beauty here in the practice of Mandala was that it does not give too much of attention to any aspects. It's like, okay, it recognizes, okay, you have this problem, okay, calm down. Not playing to the tunes of any drama, as you said, of beauty, outward beauty alone, no. Outward sexuality, no. It's like the sacredness which is within, as a woman, nature of wisdom, her true essence of life is what actually makes this practice so beautiful, so beautiful. And I thank you again and again for making this practice come alive. And is there anything you would like to give as a small message to all the women who are following you, practitioners, and those who would like to come into this practice? Anything that you would like to leave us behind?
Yes. So for the women who are already on the practice, I'm just saying, like, keep going. Trust yourself, trust life, trust, universal, to be yourself, to be who you are, to bring this light, to bring this love, which more deeper than you can see. Yeah. And for women who want to come, like, please come. Please trust your love, trust your heart, like going out of the mind, or going out of the game of the mind. It's really to find your real nature. Please come.
Amazing, amazing. And my small message for everybody is that as a woman, if you have to really experience the joyfulness of being a woman, and at the same time not getting lost in the game of any form of spirituality, this practice really gives you that anchoring. And together with, I share the sentiment with everybody. Thank you, universe, for giving us the flower like Maya. And I take leave with this small token of message. Thank you so much for sharing your time and for sharing my experience.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.